Oh, what's up, boys?
What up?
Just living the dream, Joe. Leave Iowa, but the dream still keeps going.
Relate.
Facts.
Can we go back to the long weekend?
Wait, you had a long weekend?
Oh, I had a super long weekend. I just want it back.
I had to work. But anywho, for those living under the rock, I'm James, and joined, as always, by my younger big brother from another mother, Joseph.
What up?
Literally, I think we might actually share blood. I don't know, probably. Between all the tackling and football and basketball, we probably do mix blood at some point. It's pretty bad. At least snot, because I know I've made you sneeze on me before.
Probably that one for sure. For sure. I've caught a few stray elbows to the nose.
Yeah. Or basketball to the face.
Yeah. Valid.
In my defense, for the elbows, you were poking me in the underarms.
I started to do that way after.
And you probably got an elbow after that too.
Probably.
At least I didn't put you through the fence.
Yeah, you did that to Ryan.
Yeah. R.I.P. Ryan. He's still alive, but his back probably not as good as it once was.
Yeah, valid.
So how was your long weekend? Could you walk on Friday?
Yeah, ish. It was all right. So had back-to-back Thanksgivings.
So you rolled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you eat pumpkin pie at the second Thanksgiving?
I ate it at the first. I ate apple pie at the second.
Was the second one on Thanksgiving or?
They were both on Thanksgiving. They were like 2 hours apart.
Okay, so you could have eaten pumpkin pie if said wanted to, because it was on Thanksgiving.
Yes, but Jeffy asked somebody to help him with the apple pie, and I obliged.
So, you took one for the team. That's fair.
Yeah, everybody else wanted pumpkin, and I was just like, well, somebody needs to help Jeff, so I helped Jeff. I had a slice of apple pie.
I would have helped him as well. So I don't know that he cares, but you could tell him I would have helped.
I ate so much stuffing.
So much stuffing.
I ate so much turkey. I ate so much potatoes. I ate so much.
Just all the food.
I don't think I'm okay still.
Are you still sleeping?
Yes.
Did you sleep like a baby on Friday then?
Honestly, I think Friday was the day that I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning and was just up the rest of the day. I think.
So you were broken. You woke up for Black Friday and didn't do Black Friday.
Dude, I woke up twice before, like, this past weekend. I woke up twice before my normal alarms go off, like, on a work week. Like, one of them, I woke up before the alarm. Apparently, I didn't turn the alarm off, so it went off, and I was downstairs, so I had to run upstairs so it didn't wake up Shay.
And she slept through it.
No, she most definitely woke up to it, but then went back to sleep.
Oh. We already got a fact check here. You were sleeping till noon on Friday.
I don't know which day was which. All I know is I woke up crazy early 2 days.
Oh, see, you were so full you forgot what day it was. But yeah, I had some stuffing. That was pretty good. Of course, dinner rolls. I basically had everything on my list from the draft.
There you go.
Technically a little bit of turkey, but I'm not a huge fan of turkey.
Why?
I like turkey, but it makes you too sleepy, and I don't want to be sleepy all the time. But I did switch my sleep schedule. I'm lifting in the morning again, so I've been up since 4 a.m. But I also passed 400 days straight in the gym. 400
Congratulations.
Days. Yeah. I'm still fat, but the grind never stops. Stuffing is really good. I was against stuffing for a while.
Stuffing is delicious.
I was against stuffing for a while until I ate it.
We need to stop talking about it, or I'm going to go beg my mom to make more.
Joe's obsession with stuffing is another level, though. That's like next level. Which, by the way, you should tell your mom to mail me some of her bars.
Mail you some bars.
I know she made some. You can't tell me she didn't.
She didn't.
I don't believe you. Tell her to make some.
We generally didn't have bars.
So legitimate. Well, for Christmas, send me some. Actually, she comments on my Facebook like workout pages, like the pictures I take every day. I don't know if she tells you. She always tells me, cut your hair, but good job on the streak.
Sounds like my mom.
It does.
I'm surprised I didn't get any comments about the beard. The beard is a little long right now.
A little bit of salt in there, Joe? You got a little bit of salt in there?
Nah, it's just so I got a new screen here, and it's very, very large and very bright.
Black Friday?
No.
Oh. Well,
I don't think I have any salt in here yet. I don't know. Probably do.
But yeah, I feel like we could literally do an entire pod just catching up on the week or just shooting the shit and not talk any sports whatsoever. That could be the off season. We can just do that in the off season.
Yeah. Well, one thing I will say about Thanksgiving, it was really nice watching the football games with family. Like that is always one of my favorite parts about Thanksgiving is watching the sports, is watching football. Like the Niners game, right? Like half of my family is Broncos fans, the other half is Niners fans.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. I had to work. I got home in time to see the end of the Detroit game. I changed and then I went to watch the Cowboys feast, literally and figuratively. Which that's got to be celebration of the year when they pull out the turkey leg out of the salvation bucket. It's got to be up there. It's got to be up there.
There's one that can't be topped.
The backflip?
Yeah, it's the backflip with the camera. It can't be topped.
Completely off topic. Did you hear about that?
What?
The kid whose phone it was?
Yeah.
He actually was suspended from NFL and might not be able to come back.
Why?
Because of the celebration.
God, the NFL is so stupid.
But yet they posted it on their social media and everything. They promoted it. And then, is that what this is about? Is that what that's
about? The NFL's soft.
Blasted.
God dang, bro.
I'm sorry, Joe. My brain is really WWE right now because of what just happened over the weekend. And you spelled soft wrong, bro.
The reason I'm not going to come back and watch WWE?
SAWFT.
Yeah. But, like, so we're through what, 12 weeks now, right?
Correctamundo, sir.
We have already passed how many fines were dealt out last year.
Yeah.
This is so outrageous and like it numbs me. I understand. There are tons of people that love to watch the offensive game and that the NFL is upset that scoring is at a low. I get it. There are those of us who enjoy defense.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see like Shay has brought up. Joe said that he wanted people to kill Patrick Mahomes. I want people to get hit all the time.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
I want big hits. That is fun. If I wanted to watch a non-contact sport, I'd watch basketball.
Or baseball.
Like, give me the hits. Stop making everything a penalty. I don't care.
I honestly think there does need to be something done about the refs.
It's so bad, bro.
Like I know I sent you the photoshopped image of the ref and the Phillies colors and stuff. Um, I understand a missed call here and there, but when it's nationally televised and bang bang plays is one thing, but when it's blatantly obvious, you have to make the call. I don't care if there is a bias. Like
Uh,
Josh Allen
I,
got horse collared, his jersey was ripped, and he got flagged.
I mean, you want me being like, I'll play the other side too. There was a call that it was called PI. We were on offense. It was called PI, and it gave us like a first down.
Oh, okay.
It was garbage.
Oh yeah. No, the calls in
Gar-
general are so bad. They're so bad. They're
I'll,
not
I'll I'll call
consistent.
it for both sides. I don't care.
Yeah, no, they're
Stop
bad.
with this BS being soft.
Yeah.
I want to see players get lit up.
Didn't Jackson get suspended again?
Yeah, he's flying to New York. He is having a sit down with Goodell because every time he's asked, they have not told him, "Hey, what could I have done differently in that situation?"
Yeah, I saw the hit, and the hit he did that made it got fined is better than the hit he did weeks ago, which that one wasn't even bad.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't understand.
and
I don't understand.
and there was so James Palmer was on a podcast that I listened to, and he said that he's heard from multiple times that like players will get back to like to locker rooms after like Monday practice or film study or whatever, and they'll have a fine in their locker, and they won't even know what it's from.
Yeah.
It's beyond ridiculous. You can't tackle a quarterback below the hips
Or above.
or above
You
the
can't touch him. You
shoulders.
can't touch him.
Where can you tackle a quarterback? And also,
Wait,
you can't control somebody stopping on a dime. You can't control that.
nope. They
What are you
honestly,
supposed to do? The Bear Browning one that I messaged you, he did everything you should do.
yeah.
His helmet, did it bounce off of his shoulder pad, the quarterback shoulder pads, and then go up into the face mask? Absolutely. I'm not debating that. If you want to call that a penalty, sure. I think it's soft. I think it's weak. It's garbage. Whatever. If you want to
Mhm.
call that, fine. But tell me, what could he have done differently? Like I argued in one of your videos, how is that dirty? That's the only thing I care about.
Yeah,
Denver's getting
no
called
one responded to
dirty.
you. I saw that. No one responded to you either.
They're getting called dirty. I don't care if you think it's a penalty. I don't. Obviously, I've said that.
Yeah.
What's dirty about it? He's got head up. He's not leading with it.
Hmm.
He's trying to go between shoulders and hips.
Hmm.
What more do you want him to do?
You got me, Joe. You got me.
And that's just one of them. There was I think it was the Dolphins game. I think one of the players got suplexed, and I'm like, how is that not like he got suplexed?
I see suplexes all the time, and they're never flagged.
What what do you mean? Like, what is happening in this league, bro?
Soft.
I wish I could understand it. I'm like ready to just give up on the NFL and start watching just college football and hockey.
The XFL, they can hit there.
Dude, it sucks because like the NFL has been my favorite sport to watch since I was 4 years old.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough for sure. I mean, this sucks, and the penalties, the roughing, the suspensions, the fines, it's all stupid. It all sucks. I didn't mean to click that. But nothing sucks more than injuries. I'm starting to get on the let's get rid of turf. Like I don't know if it'll help because the injuries still happen on grass. It's the non-contact injuries, and it's MetLife has been claiming victims.
Yeah. I don't know what you can do, man. I attributed this all the time. I like the human anatomy is just it's advancing past what its limits are.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not supposed to like not like us, but like humans are not supposed to be as strong and as athletic as like the people in the NFL are.
And running 22 miles an hour.
They're not supposed to do that.
No.
That's why those muscles are tearing. That's why those ligaments are tearing. Is it shouldn't happen. We like humans have reached their limit, and I don't know what we could do. Like I obviously like the studies show that like it's worse at MetLife, so maybe we do need to go away from turf. But like I don't know what that helps because like ACLs happen more in the NBA than they ever did before as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it happens.
Yeah.
I
I just think you got to try something, whether it's switching the turf or what. You got to try something. I don't know what that is either. Maybe it's going to be either every player is going to have the spat on their ankles, even if they don't have an ankle injury, just for extra support.
Well, I know.
I know linemen do it. Linemen tape their ankles every game.
Knock on wood. There haven't been a crazy amount of injuries at Mile High, and I also know that they've switched out the turf twice in the past calendar year. So I don't know. I don't know that maybe the turf needs to be switched out more.
Like kind of like just
doing.
Keep it fresh type thing.
Yeah, because like the Walton Penner Group has dropped. I think it was $250,000.
Yeah.
Each time, so they've dropped $500,000 in the past quarter or past calendar year, just on like the turf, just replacing it. And that's not including at the beginning of the season of last season. They swapped it out for the final game of last year or the final like few games or something. Then they swapped it out like 2 weeks ago. And I don't know if that has something to do with it, but I'm not a fan of other teams. I have no idea how often everybody else swaps it out. It's just something I've kind of noticed.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe something they can play with. Like they can start a small sample size, like at Mile High, and see what happens, and then do like 3 or 4 more stadiums the following year. And they have the capabilities. Like we see basketball arenas turned into hockey arenas, turned into basketball arenas in the same week.
Yeah. Well, so the reason, this will just be like a stat that will kind of help with what I'm saying. There've been 6 offensive linemen to take a snap for the Denver Broncos. And
pretty good.
The 6th guy only has like 67 snaps on the year.
That's a healthy year.
Like that's insane.
Do they play in MetLife?
No. Well, they have.
This year?
I'm pretty sure. They played the Jets. I think it was in New York. I think it was.
Is that when the 6th guy got his snaps?
Maybe.
I'm not trying to make a joke, but
no, I think that was McGlinchey had some personal stuff going on. I don't know what it was. I'm guessing there might have been like death.
It was in Denver, by the way. I just looked it up.
Was it? Okay. Yeah. I figure it must have been like a death in the family or something, or an illness in the family or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
For me, watching Jalen Phillips is just
that hurt
completely. Just accelerating.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it, and he was just sitting on the field, and he was shaking his head, and he looked like he was just kind of relaxing almost on the field. And I was like, I don't know, he could be. He's probably fine.
So when I texted you, was that before or after you found out it was the Achilles? Do you remember?
After.
Yeah, when I saw it and then they showed it in slow motion, I was like, I don't want to see that. Like,
Yeah.
it was that was definitely a deflator to the previous football games and even the game Miami won. Like,
Yeah.
they went and didn't Holland leave with a shoulder injury or something like that?
I don't remember.
I think
Yes.
Holland got banged up too.
Yep.
So like
I thought it was a head injury.
Might have been upper body. It's I just hate watching the I will watch someone hit another player and break their leg. I do
Yeah.
not want to see them standing and accelerating and then they fall down on their own.
Yeah.
I break legs with hard hits. And I think we might have to start. I know it would slow down the game, but very important penalties, they got to be reviewable. They have to be. And I think pass interference should not be spot foul ever.
I agree.
Ever.
I agree.
I don't care how bad it is. 15 yards.
It's 15 or 5. It should be, and it should be discretion based.
Well, I think you got to make it across the board because if you have the discretion, then you'll still have the people who say, "Oh, this one was a 5, but they gave him 15." Like, just what they did with the face mask. They had the incidental face mask was 5.
Yeah, but there are penalties that are discretion based. Like, there just are. I think you should be able to like challenge a whole bunch of things. The biggest ref blunder of the week, though, the biggest one is by far the unsportsmanlike conduct on whoever the Bears player was for his face mask being torn apart. That's why he took his helmet off. Did you see that?
I did not. Because I switched my sleeping schedule, so I'm usually in bed right now.
Yeah. So his like face mask got basically bent all the way up, right?
Okay, so he took it off.
He took off his helmet and he went off to the sideline, and they were calling him for a penalty, and he's just holding it up like on the sideline, like it's broken. I can't do anything. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
it's just so stupid.
There is one thing that I have seen that's been a little bit better is the refs are kind of swallowing the whistle when it comes to incomplete/fumbles. So if it is a fumble, it can actually be recovered a fumble.
Yes.
Or if it's incomplete, like they review it. So that part I think they should. If it's a bang bang.
So here's something that's always bothered me, right? Basically, since the whole like review things have like become as prominent. Why don't they just call everything a turnover and everything a touchdown and then it's reviewed automatically? Like if it's close, just call it a touchdown. If it's close and have it reviewed. If it looks like it was a fumble or it wasn't a fumble, but it was close, call it a fumble so it's automatically reviewed.
Yeah, and I think for those quick like tuck rules, like the fumbles that are fumbles but they're called incomplete. Those should be reviewable outside because if they blow the whistle, the play's dead.
Yeah,
I think those specific scenarios should be reviewable.
I don't trust refs. Period.
I know that's why I think you got to put more. You got to put more into even if it's just like I think they're testing something where someone's watching the game, and then instead of the head ref going and looking at the screen, they're just watching it live on the TV, and they're like, okay, that was incomplete, or okay, that was a fumble, or okay, that, and it's like that. It's not doing anything. I think they can do the same thing for penalties.
Like, also, why don't we just have tracers in the balls to tell you exactly which yard line it's on? Like that technology.
You can't eliminate the entire.
But that technology exists.
Yeah, but I mean, we can only. The human element is supposed to be a part of the game, but it's not supposed to be changing the game.
The human is supposed to be part of the game. It's not supposed to be the refs or the human element part of the game.
That's fair.
Like the human part of the game is supposed to be the humans playing the game, not the ones calling the game.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to happen. So we're 25 minutes in. We haven't even talked about last week other than injuries. Let's talk about some positive stuff.
Positive stuff?
Sure. The Panthers did not win a game, and they fired their head coach and their receivers coach and their running back coach. The receiver coach and quarterback coach.
So the crazy thing is, he had less games than Urban Meyer, than Nathaniel Hackett, and apparently it's going around. I heard it on, I think it was a PFF, and then the James Palmer one, that Frank Wright wanted Stroud.
Yeah.
And the owner wanted Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it all the better. Like I'm team Wright.
See what I think, because you sent me that crazy, like if they would have kept,
it was wild.
The crazy, like hindsight is obviously 2020. In that type of scenario where you're like, oh, they traded this, and this all for this guy, and here's what they could have had: Tank Dell, CJ Stroud. They could have kept DJ Moore, and like all the
wild.
Like it is crazy. It's like the Dolphins trade, who they turned they turned the Laramie Tunsil trade into.
Yes, it's wild. I saw that and I was like, okay, this is kind of BS, but this is fun. This is weird.
I think the Rams had some similar crazy haul for the RG3 trade.
Yes,
when the Redskins back then traded everything to move up to number 2 to get RG3. I think there was something similar to that as well. But no, hindsight's 2020 in those. But yeah, the Panthers do have a lot of problems. One, they weren't around when I was born, so I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I also don't follow them on TikTok because they refuse to work with me on the Cat Gauntlet. So I'm about to unfollow the Eagles.
Something about a cat comment and then
Cat Gauntlet. Eagles. The Cat Gauntlet. So it's the same thing as the Bird Gauntlet.
Okay.
But it's the Cats, the Lions, the Bengals, the Panthers, and the...
Okay, but then you said Eagles.
Yeah. I said I unfollowed the Panthers because they refused to cooperate for the Cat Gauntlet. And then I got them. So now I think I have to unfollow the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Are you missing the correlation?
Yes, I am missing the correlation as to why you have to unfollow the Eagles.
Birds, Cats, Panthers bad, unfollow. Panthers good. Eagles bad, unfollow.
Okay.
Eagles still bad, but good for challenge.
Okay. Yeah, but the Panthers have a lot of problems, and I think it's going to be a while to rebuild them. Mm-hmm. If we had a lot more time, like a different time, I'd like to like talk out like what we could see, like how could the Panthers fix themselves, you know? Like how would we fix the Panthers? Basically, we're hired on as GMs. What are we doing?
You know what? I like that. That can be first topic off season.
Yeah. See, I thought it'd be interesting, and like I thought about it when the Reich news came through, and I was just like, you know what? Yeah.
I mean, I was obviously happy though on Thanksgiving because history was made. That's pretty big. 5 pick sixes in the NFL season, most all time.
Oh, I thought we were talking about me having 2 Thanksgiving meals.
No.
Within 2 hours of each other.
And any time, regardless of record, NFL history is cool. I know you're not a big fan of interceptions and pick sixes and all that. But for me, it was probably the first time in a long time that I've actually yelled at my TV.
It's fair. And, I mean, you have every right to. I'm just like, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I guess maybe I played corner, and getting interceptions is not easy.
I
It's not easy. It is a luck, but it's also not easy.
I'll just be quiet so you can have your moment.
Yeah, thank you, bitch. Yeah, no, I scared the out of my wife. She was in the other room, and I was just like, "Yes, go!" and it was like I haven't done that in a long time, like a long time. Like I had pinpointed like maybe the Romo game when he had a bunch of turnovers and they beat the Bills. He had 5 turnovers and ended up beating the Bills. Maybe then. I didn't even do that for the Des Cottick game, which he did, but that's besides the point. I just NFL history school. That's all I got to say about it. It was cool.
NFL history is cool. Another scoregami this weekend.
There was. It was
second one for the Broncos this year.
The Broncos game, yeah.
Yeah.
But the 70-20 wasn't one, was it?
Yes, it was.
That was a scoregami. The Cowboys had a scoregami too. Was it no, it wasn't the Commanders. I think it was the week before. The Cowboys. I think the Cowboys had a scoregami against the Rams or the Chargers. One of those two. I don't know.
But hats off. Bravo. Keep
for Joe. That record's bland.
Keep that ball.
That record will always be bland, Joe. You got your wish. Pick 6 record is bland.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. It's bland, literally and figuratively.
What can I say about just the interceptions record? Because it's how I feel about interceptions. It is a right place, right time stat.
Huh?
Like, I can't feel any other way than that.
Huh?
Like, that is what it is. Like, did you make a great play? Absolutely, sure. But is it right place, right time? 100%.
Isn't a sack the same thing?
Yeah, I don't care about sacks either.
Dang. Joe just likes big hits, and that's it.
I care more about for defensive backs. I really don't care about anything. Like for pass rushers, like compared to sacks, I care more about your pass rusher win rate. Like that matters more.
Stuff like that.
What?
The pressures and stuff like that.
Yeah, I care more about that than sacks. Sacks mean nothing to me. Sacks mean nothing. Interceptions mean nothing. That's why, like, when we play a Madden season online and I get like 60 sacks with one person, I don't care. It's nothing.
Yeah, that's fair. Which you need to upgrade to the X so we can do a franchise again. But
yeah,
stop talking, bro.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I did a superstar player. I know this is random. I had a quarterback. I was drafted by the Commanders. Sounds
about right. I don't care about luck stats. Like who has the most half court shots ever? I don't care.
Probably Steph. It's probably not close either. He shoots them like free throws.
It means nothing to me. It's just like, did you have an opportunity to do it? Like people don't shoot half quarters unless it's like the end of the quarter. So did you have ample opportunities to do it? Cool. That's probably why you're in the league. It's a right place, right time, and I'm sorry, that'll never mean anything to me. But hats off to him for getting a record. That is a big deal. Like, to get a record, awesome. I don't think that it makes you a good player. I don't think it makes you a defensive player of the year. But it's a cool record. Like, it's awesome to have the record. But does that make you a defensive player of the year? No, not a chance.
If anything, it's going to hurt Micah's chances because they're on the same team.
If anything, it should be more of a feather in the cap of Micah because Micah is the one creating the pressure that makes him throw the ball away faster.
Yeah. I think Micah's win percentage is number 1.
Yeah,
Or
I think Micah's awesome.
And his pressure rate is number 2, I think. But he's also his double team rate is number 1 too.
Yeah, I think Micah's awesome.
Micah is awesome.
If I had a vote, it'd be between Miles and Micah, and I don't know who I'd pick.
Flip a coin.
Probably.
But speaking of lucky pick sixes, how'd you like that Hail Mary? That's lucky. You want to talk about luck? All the fast guys are down there in the end zone, and you just have to outrun a fat guy and a bad quarterback.
It's lack of effort on the Jets, because Holland isn't like super fast.
Yeah,
like there was for sure a faster Jets player, and to let like him outrun you for 99 yards, like that's just lack of effort.
I mean, to be fair, it was a completed Hail Mary for touchdown.
It was 100%.
Yeah, right 99-yard Hail Mary. You don't see that very often.
You don't. I mean, props to him. Once again, I don't care about interceptions. I never have.
That's one of the just something like I don't know that we'll ever see something like that again. You see interceptions on Hail Marys. It's just the pick six portion of it.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, it's just lack of effort. Like that wasn't even the worst lack of effort I saw this weekend, though. You see the Deontay Johnson lack of effort?
I did see the Deontay
Johnson. Oh my god!
And then the cherry on the top was there was a fumble on the play too. Like he was already being lazy.
Yeah.
And then there was the fumble, and
he'd have been benched for the season if I was a coach.
Oh, facts. And I don't got enough time for BS. Like I might just cut him.
I wouldn't cut him because I think that's what he wants. Is he wants out of Pittsburgh. He'd be benched for the season. I'm hurting his paycheck.
And he'd still get paid. He just wouldn't get his incentives.
Yeah, but his next contract ain't going to be big because he's not going to fucking play for me.
That's fair.
And I'm not going to cut him so he can go sign somewhere else. I'm going to hurt his paycheck.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that was completely wild. And I don't know what to think of the Steelers now, honestly. Like their offense, immediately after getting rid of Canada, 400 yards of offense for the first time in what was it, 25 games or something like that? Something crazy.
Yeah, but okay.
They're still not good. That's why I don't know what to make of them.
Like the Steelers' wins, just they aren't impressive.
Neither are the Eagles, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the Eagles are 10-1, but I guess what I don't like, and I see it a lot, obviously, because I'm a Cowboys fan, is the Cowboys get poo-pooed because they're blowing out bad teams, but literally no other team is doing it. The only team that blew out a bad team at that time was the Dolphins.
Uh-huh.
And if beating bad teams by 35 isn't impressive, then why doesn't everybody do it? Why doesn't every heavy favorite do it? Like, would you rather win a big game by 30, get your starters out so they don't get hurt, or be in a battle to the end where you need a 59-yard field goal in the rain to force overtime?
I also think you guys are better like suited against the bad teams to run up the score.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like play good with the lead.
In the NFC, right? In the NFC, like the Niners running first team.
Yeah.
The Eagles running first team. Cowboys, the third best team in the NFC, which is the worst of the conferences. They're a pass first team.
Now they are.
I mean, this season they've been a pass first
team.
Yeah,
they tried to force Pollard in the first couple of games, but I get you. I got you.
Like the pass first is how you run up the score. Like Like, go back to our Madden ideas. Who runs up the score more, me or you? Who runs the ball more?
Me.
Like that's just the way it is, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I'll win the close games. You'll win the blowouts.
yeah. So it's nothing against the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are phenomenal. I have their defense and their kicker on my fantasy team, and I think it's awesome. Their defense is phenomenal. But like, you have a phenomenal defense and a top 5 wide receiver this year.
Yeah,
and
CD's been balling.
And a top 5 offensive line.
They've been healthy.
and Dak actually like looks like he's not hurt anymore, so he's top 8.
He's starting to trust his legs, and that's the one thing that since he got hurt.
And Brandon Cooks isn't bad. Like, this team is built to run up the score on bad teams. That is what they are built to do. It's built like the Peyton Manning Broncos that led the league in scoring, right?
Yeah.
But we weren't built to beat Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, and that defense.
Yeah, that defense was outstanding.
Right? Like, certain teams are built either to win the Super Bowl or built to be like, you guys are the NFC Bills. Except the Bills suck this year. But you are the NFC Bills.
Bad.
Like, the Bills win the regular season like all the time.
Except for this year.
Madden
curse. No, actually, I was going to ask you, do you think there was a leak in the suit? You know, the pastronaut, his suit, because he came back down the earth.
Maybe it's not Kirk that's primetime games. Maybe it's just Minnesota.
The Bears? Like, I understand the Broncos, but the Bears? And to be fair, you should have beat the Broncos. But the Bears, which you probably should have beat the Bears too. But the Bears?
Yeah, that was I climbed into bed and I saw the score and I was like, what? Right? No.
When I saw the Vikings actually still had a chance to, like, they had the ball and the lead, I was like, oh, that's cake, right? And then it wasn't. Like, okay, this game, you got to put those games away. Which that is what I'll say something positive about the Eagles. That is one thing they do. Through all the mistakes, if the other team can't capitalize, the Eagles will find a way to put the game away.
Mm-hmm.
Refs or not. Like, even without the refs, I think they can put the game away. But I think because the games are close, the refs are getting...
I think they're also a well-coached team.
I hate Nick Sirianni, so I won't say that.
I think he might be a good coach.
He might be a good coach, but I still hate him.
Yeah, I think he might be
I would hate him if... Huh?
I think he might be a good coach, though. And last year, I was like, I don't think he's that good. I think he might be a good coach.
Did you see what he did after the Kansas City win?
No.
He was yelling at fans and was like, you have to pull the video. He was like, how you like that, Kansas City? And he like cussed at him and all that stuff. And he said, see ya. Like,
oh, I'm not saying he's a good person.
Oh,
I think he might be a good coach.
I think I would hate him regardless of whatever team he coached. I think the fact that he coaches Philly, like he might not even be born in Philly, but he fits the Philly stereotype.
Hold up. What slander did I say? I just looked at the comments for the first time, like the entire pod.
I think I did the slander with or maybe the Vikings primetime.
Okay. I was like, what part did I say? What was this at?
I think the thing that I do not like about Nick Sirianni is his mentality verbally and what he says and how he says it is the exact opposite of the rest of his team.
I mean,
Jalen Hurts is a very quiet, well-spoken guy, good leader, He's not a rah-rah guy. Who's a rah-rah guy on the Eagles? They're all quiet. They're all to themselves. They all lead by example. And then you got the rah-rah guy of Nick Sirianni, who acts like every single game is a Super Bowl.
Rah guy, Jordan Mailata. I love that dude. I love him.
Is he a rah-rah guy, though? I don't know if he's a rah-rah
I don't know,
guy.
but I love him.
I love him, too.
I don't know, but I love him.
He played rugby.
6'8", 360 pounds. I don't know. Big Samoan man, can sing like an angel. I love him.
You'd like that. I'm just gonna say that.
I would. Yeah. I don't know.
That can be a video.
Sirianni is he is Philly.
I just hate him so much. Like it's the person. He might be a good coach. It's the person. it's like I just can't explain. If I ever saw him in the face and he said something to me, I might punch him. he could just say hi and I might just punch him. I don't know. It's something about his aura. Maybe he's just.
Is he the coach you would get along with the least in the league?
I don't know. Probably. I really like when Andy Reid was the coach of Philadelphia. I liked Andy Reid. I love Andy Reid. Andy Reid's a great coach. I just can't. And Sirianni could be a great coach. I do not like his whatever. I don't know if it's an act. I don't know if it's really him. It's like when I was younger and I thought the Miz was a bully.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to think of who would be my least favorite coach. And like as far as like having a conversation with a person, I think I would least like to have a conversation with McDaniel. I love him, but I don't want to talk to him. Like I want to just watch him in his natural environment, but I don't want to have a conversation with him.
Did you see McDaniel in the game talking to the fans?
Yeah.
He said, "Why are you standing by the heater? I'm cold, and we're winning."
Yeah. I feel like having a conversation with him, I would start to feel uncomfortable. Is why I wouldn't want to talk to him, but like I'd want to just watch him. I'd want to just be like.
I feel like McDaniels is the same type of personality as Nick Sirianni, but not as extreme.
I feel like he's the complete inverse.
Well, I know, but his comments that he says are witty and humorous and borderline disrespectful without being disrespectful. Sirianni is just a jackass.
Yeah.
Out loud, as opposed to being a jackass.
I think McDaniel's just hilarious, but he does it in such a monotone way that it would make me feel uncomfortable, his monotoneness. But like I love him.
That's fair.
But like it would make me feel uncomfortable.
That's fair.
I wouldn't be able to have a conversation with him. I'd just be like, let me just I want to watch your brain work, but I don't want to talk to you.
Right. So I think the week 12 recap went into a complete weird tangent, and that's fine. That's what we do. That's why we have the I. That's why we have the I. Emphasis on the I always. Always. We might as well, we could just leave that up. We just change the name of the podcast to just I. Because we're idiots. I think if it happens, we like, I know we've talked about it before. I think it's wild. Could Aaron Rodgers actually play this season? Could he? If he does, like, the comeback player of the year, because it happened the same year.
It would be.
What did he do? If he plays, I want to know exactly. He's got to get tested. We need to know everything.
You can't allow him to play. You
No,
can't.
I don't think they can. But he's on the 21-day playlist or whatever. So this is where either he's going to play or he's not. So it's 3 weeks, which would put us at the end of the season. So end of the season or playoffs, depending on how good the Jets are.
You can't allow him to play. That
Even if he's healthy,
yeah.
somehow.
Even if he appears healthy, like we watched this last game, we saw Boyle get brutalized behind that offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You can't allow him to come back.
No,
you can't.
It risks. It could be his career. It already could be his career. Like, you gotta wait. You gotta wait till next year. I agree.
Forget about the career. I want him to be able to walk for the next 20 years.
Yeah. Well, life too. Yeah.
Like, you can't allow this. Like, he is way beyond like how fast you should come back from it.
The fact that he's standing and throwing, like
he is beyond it. He is a 40-year-old man, and he would play behind a turnstile offensive line. You can't allow it. You can't.
Okay, hypothetical. Just if he was on the Lions, 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys,
and he was 26, yeah.
No, currently.
No, you can't allow it. He's 40.
I'm just saying. I was trying to think of a better offensive line. Is all I was just.
He's 40, and he tore his Achilles less than 3 months ago.
Plot twist: he didn't actually ever tear his Achilles. He just had a high ankle sprain. That would make sense. That fits the timeline. High ankle sprain. I had one. I was out for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I just if he plays, like him standing already is enough for me to say I don't. He's doing something. Like he's walking around standing. He's doing drop backs. He's throwing.
Maybe this medication and stuff that they have us taking is really bad for us. Because
maybe he found it in his dark room, his darkness retreat.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe he met Mario and Luigi and he got some shrooms.
Maybe. Who knows?
Or
whatever that.
I'm sorry.
Boom. 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 All right.
Anywho,
welcome to Jazz Central with the boys.
Oh, look, you got a star.
Oh my gosh. Hey y'all, we're tired.
That's what happens. It ain't easy being cheesy. All right, so before we make our picks for next week, we got some an update to the standings. So last week we picked 7 games. We picked all of Thanksgiving, Friday, favorite underdog, Broncos. That was a lot of games. We both went 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
You now have a winning record.
Mm-hmm.
You're at 32-30 for the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting at 38-24. 6-game lead, which we figured out last week is me just picking the Broncos and you not picking the Broncos.
Yeah, basically.
Because the Broncos are on a 5-game win streak.
Yeah.
And they now have a winning record.
Yeah.
The offense did something. I'll ask you later.
Did they?
Something. They started good. You can't deny that. They did start good.
Yeah.
Did they maintain it? No, but they did start good. Also, the Browns defense is actually pretty good. So
It is.
this week, the Cowboys play tomorrow. Will be their third game in 12 days. Back-to-back Thursdays and one on Sunday.
What's the Cowboys' record?
8-3.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah. I like my picks because I picked based off of like I could see this team losing this many more times. This many more
Okay.
times.
Got
Right.
you. All right. So we have the Cowboys playing the Seahawks tomorrow night in Dallas. I don't know if you know this, Joe. Dallas hasn't lost in Dallas in the last 12 games. So they actually have a nice little home field advantage that was non-existent when they first opened up. I don't know if it's schedule or if they're just playing better. I don't know. We already know who I'm going to pick. I'm picking the Cowboys over Seattle. I'm just more or less waiting for because right now Seattle has a winning record, and when Dallas beats them, they will be 500. So then they'll say the Cowboys still haven't beaten a winning team, which by definition the Jets had a winning record when the Dallas Cowboys beat them. So yeah.
But how many winning teams right now?
How many winning teams have they beaten right now?
Yes.
0.
Okay.
How many winning teams did they beat when they played them? 1. I think the Chargers were 500, so that wasn't a losing record. But
the Seahawks suck. Give me the Cowboys. The Seahawks are benefiting from playing in the NFC.
that's fair. But honestly, they might not even make. They could slip.
Yeah, they suck. They're not making the playoffs unless Kenneth Walker comes back and is fully healthy. He is literally like Geno Smith. Like he should have wrote back.
Mic drop. All right. More likely to happen. DK gets 2 touchdowns or Deron Bland gets another.
Deron Bland to get another. I don't trust Geno.
I'll take it. Yeah, I think the Cowboys.
If you put it as a 100-1, like an even odds, if you said 2 touchdowns each,
you would take
say Bland.
Deron. What about 2-1 Deron?
DK is kind of freak. He could get one sneakily.
Okay.
If you make it 2-3, if you make it 2 for DK, 3 for Bland, I'd say Bland.
Okay, so as long as DK is more than 1, you're taking Bland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but even 1-1, I'd take Bland.
Yeah. So, okay, as long as DK has 1 and Deron has more, you'll take DK in that scenario. But anything within 1 or
all you need is one freak play.
Yeah, just that one like amazing over the shoulder, yank it down. I got you. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So Joe, in order for you to catch me, we're gonna have to disagree on some picks. Like you can't keep picking the Cowboys with me. But the Cowboys, this is the hard part of the schedule. They got some teams coming up, notably Seattle, Philadelphia, Buffalo, and Miami. I believe that's the correct order too. And then they round it out with the Commanders. So tough schedule. But that says what do we got? What do we want? Favorites?
Sure.
Let's do our favorites. I did not like these picks. I did not like
I liked a lot of them. Well,
I
guess I liked a lot of the more of the underdogs.
Well, the last couple of weeks, I liked all of the games. Like last week and the week before. Like, actually, technically, I mean, the last 3 weeks, I've 14-3 in my picks. So I really did not like the last 3 weeks. See if we can keep that rolling. There it is. That's my favorite right there. Right there.
All right. I too thought about taking them. So
Yeah, give me the Lions over the Saints.
yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Whenever I make my picks, I never write down who they play. So yeah, give me the Lions to cover the Saints. I think the Lions, like I said, when they lost to the Ravens, that was a big letdown. They bounced back, and I think against the Packers, big letdown. I think they will bounce back. And
Saints
the
are
Saints aren't very
also
good.
Saints are also missing maybe Raheem Shaheed and Olave. Olave is in concussion protocol.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So like I think that's a really good pick.
Yeah.
For my favorite, I'm going with a current season favorite of mine. It's not that I'm picking my favorite; it's that I'm picking the team playing against this team. Give me the Falcons. Anybody that's going up against that Jets team, especially if you have a good running back, the Jets team is they're a good defense, but they have a weakness with rushing attacks, and the Jets offense is horrendous. Horrendous.
Yeah, but low key, I could see this being one of those games because Ritter's at quarterback that the defense could actually steal this one.
I could see the Jets not scoring a single touchdown
on offense.
No, period.
Oh, I think Heineke's in. Is it Heineke in?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't mind that pick. I like the Falcons.
Well, so like the main reason is Bijan, Algier, Cordero Patterson. Don't throw the ball once. Win the game without having a passing play.
So do what the Patriots did to the Bills last year.
Yeah, run the triple option.
3 total passes or whatever it was.
No, 0. Run the triple option with those guys.
Just all day. Don't even have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Have Bijan start at quarterback.
I would have Cordero. I would have Cordero, have Algier as the fullback, and Bijan as the halfback.
So I actually saw something that actually kind of shocked me. I know previously because I have Bijan and I said he was going to be rookie. I have Bijan on fantasy. I said he was going to be rookie of the year, which obviously CJ Stroud is going to get that.
Yeah.
And I brought up for weeks, like, why are they not using Bijan? Why are they like afraid to use Bijan? I know they got Algier and all that, and Cordell Patterson came back. But when I saw this, I was very shocked. Do you know where Bijan ranks in rushing yards this year? Just rushing.
7th.
You're close. He's 8th. To see that he's almost at 1,000 yards, it just blew my mind because I watched these Falcons games and I swear they never hand him the ball. He's catching it in the flat.
1,000 yards has to be like 40 yards a game, though.
For the season?
Yeah, like 40 yards per game has to be 1,000 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Like that's not a lot.
No, I know it's not. He averages 5 yards a carry. He only has 141 carries on the season.
That's the problem. Get him more. And I don't care. I don't care as much about his rushing yards. The reason he was such a high pick was because of the receiving ability.
Yeah, which I don't know his receiving is, but I mean, I feel like maybe it was just a stretch of like 3 or 4 games where they just weren't using him. But yeah, I
get him the touches in space. Get him the touches in space and just let him cook.
Yeah. So in the last 5 weeks, he's got 6 catches. That's it. 6 catches. Yeah, get your playmakers in space. I agree with that. It just threw me off. I was not expecting him to be that high up on rushing based on just what I've seen. Arthur
Yeah.
Smith is. I could coach that Falcons team to a better record. But this would put them at 500.
I
Whoever wins the NFC
honestly think my kid brothers could coach him better too. So
probably.
I think
Honestly,
I think Arthur Smith might be the worst head coach in the league, like including the guys that got fired this year.
I think what we should do is me and you should. Would you want to run the defense?
Sure, I don't care.
Okay. You can run the defense. I'll take care of the offense. We'll have Ethan and Spiky be your coordinators. Maybe get Zach in there to do some special team stuff. Nicholas can be the analytics guy. What are we missing?
Aurora can be our QB. Oh, by the way, saw your sister today. She scared the hell out of Shaylee.
Why? What'd she do?
She honked the horn when we were at DG.
Oh.
I never once said that was James' sister that honked the horn, so I think she's finding that out right now.
Oh. So up until this moment, most likely it was just some random person honked.
Yeah.
Well, the statement is still true. She is a pretty random person.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the comment. But anywho, yeah, we're gonna coach the Falcons next year. Make it a family affair.
But so, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, we're gonna coach them to an NFC South championship with a winning record. Anywho, some underdogs, which there were some good ones. But what do you got, Joe? Who's your sneaky pick?
Yeah. I'm thinking about changing it.
Oh, okay. You want me to go first then?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I'm picking the Panthers to win their second game of the year. Interim bump. That's a thing. It happened with the Raiders. So that's a thing. Who do the Panthers play? I don't remember, but
they play the Buccaneers. Because it's a division game.
They're gonna win. Give me Hayden Hurst to have 2 touchdowns. Call him a shot. 2 touchdowns for Hurst boy.
All right.
If that actually happens, though, I'm gonna go wild. Interim bump is real. It's a real thing. Players play harder when you get a new coach in the middle season. It's just,
all right. Head or gut? Head or gut?
Are you hungry?
No.
Are you the other H word?
Always?
Head.
All right. Then I'm sticking with my original pick. Okay. Because my brain, I don't think the Steelers are good. So give me the Cardinals as my underdog. Now, you want my gut pick? What my gut pick was?
Sure.
Patriots over the Chargers. Chargers gonna Charger.
Honestly, I wanted to bring that up. This season, we have seen the Chargers charger more than the Chargers normally charger. The Raiders have raided more than humanly possible. And the Vikings are now Vikinging a lot too. How would the Vikings gonna Viking? That makes sense, but the Vikings are Vikinging.
Viking gonna Vike.
The Vikes gonna Vike.
The Vikings gonna Vike.
All right. Vikings gonna Vike. Like those, I feel like they're doing it more than usual. Like we're getting a lot of that type of football this year.
I mean, Tom Brady has said it, and I agree. I think we're kind of in mediocrity right now.
You know, this season is the season. If Cooper Kupp was having his Triple Crown season this year,
Yeah.
he could win MVP.
Yeah.
It's I think he would.
I think he'd deserve it. I don't know that he would, but I think he'd deserve it.
Yeah.
I think Tyreek deserves it. I don't
Yeah.
think that Tyreek will win it, but I think Tyreek deserves it more than
Mhm.
any quarterback. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's just a weird year. Just a weird year. Injuries playing a huge part in that too with Burrow.
Well,
And
not only that, but like if you think about like the non-top, let's go non-top 10 quarterbacks, they're not good.
yeah, that's fair.
Like in the year like 2010, right? Would current day Desmond Ridder start for any NFL team?
No. I don't think I could even tell you every quarter, but he might start for the Browns. You said 2010, right?
Yes.
He might start for the Browns or Detroit.
I don't know that he would.
Well, in 2010
Detroit
was
had Stafford.
okay, that was young Stafford. Yeah, Stafford came in 2009. Okay, you're right. Okay, if it was 2007, then Ritter might start for the Lions.
Okay, but like a lot of these guys, they're so bad.
Also, Ritter's not starting. But yeah, no, there's been a lot of benchings too. Like, I mean, Pickett has missed time for Mitch. Ritter's obviously benched for Heineke. What's his face was benched. Mac Jones was benched for Zappy. Like, it's just there's been a lot of it's very mediocre this season. Yes, I will agree with that. But I also agreed with was it Fitzpatrick that snapped back? He said, "Bro, you played in the AFC East your whole career."
Yes.
Yes, I agree with that too.
So the funny part about that is Ryan Fitzpatrick played on every other
Yes,
team.
facts. He played against them, and I might be wrong, but I feel like Fitzpatrick might have a winning record against Brady while in the AFC East.
I mean, maybe.
Just AFC. I'm not talking Broncos or the Buccaneers and the other teams Fitzpatrick played for. Just
the problem
the Jets.
is Brady said this when he was on the Bucs still too. Like it's not a new take for Brady. Brady said it when he was in the league still.
Yeah. No, I agree. And it's a hard watch. We say it every week. It's rough. It's soft and flaccid.
Dude,
Literally, the only thing I can tell you about this season is refs have been bad. If Deron Bland didn't break the record, like there's like nothing else that stands out.
Yeah. I just like I do think it's taken away something from the game that quarterbacks don't have to try and protect their players. Like he's talked about that, and like Edelman has talked about that like Tom Brady prolonged his career by protecting him.
Mm-hmm.
Like quarterbacks don't have to worry about it. Patrick Mahomes doesn't need to worry about, hey, I can't throw this slant to Kelsey because Kelsey might be injured because of it if I throw this ball to him. He doesn't have to worry about that.
Unless he's playing the Broncos.
I mean, he still don't have to worry about it. I wish he did. I say light him up. Light him up.
Light him up. Hit him hard. All right.
Hey, we got the wealthiest owners in the league. Light them up.
Light them up. Pay the fines.
You can restructure a contract and get some sign-on bonuses.
Light them up, but not injure them.
Yes. No, I'm not saying injure people. Light them up.
Yeah. Kill them with love.
No, hit them hard. Make them hurt.
Kill them with love. Make them feel it.
Okay. Hurt them. Do not injure them.
Hit them with the.
I want players to get hurt. I want that. I don't want them to get injured. I want them to get hurt.
Hit them with the Cam Chancellor over the middle over DT.
To level them.
Yeah.
Level.
Joe likes it even when it's against his team. He just wants to see someone get lit up.
Big hits are exciting.
Fair. That's fair. All right, we got a couple more games to pick. Joe, your favorite game of the week?
What game is that one? Shit. Are the Broncos playing a game this week?
I believe so.
Give me the other team.
Still
especially with future MVP CJ Stroud.
Oh, we're on that train. We're on that train.
No, I actually really like D'Amico Ryans. I think he's coach of the year.
Probably. I was trying to think. I think Dan Campbell might get it.
So I think that's because it's the year away award. Like that's what coach of the year is.
Yeah.
The actual coach of the same as like comeback player of the year is not DeMar Hamlin, but like he'll get it. Yeah, I think it'll go to Campbell, but I think coach of the year, the one that has done the best job solely this season, is D'Amico Ryans. Dan Campbell's getting a lot of credit for his turnaround last season.
Yes. It also is like didn't what the hell was his name? Was it Freddie Kitchens? When the Browns went to the playoffs and beat the Steelers?
I have no idea.
I think he win coach of the year? Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a Browns coach that won coach of the year recently. But it's because for a franchise that's like that, and all of a sudden it's like they're must-watch football.
Yeah.
Like the moment Dan Campbell got on the podium and said we're gonna bite some kneecaps, like he's gonna win coach of the year at some point.
Yeah. I think he should have won it last year.
He should have. I don't even know who won it last year. Oh, Dayball. That's fair though.
I still think it was Dan Campbell. But I think D'Amico Ryans has done like everybody going into the season thought they were getting a first overall pick. Everybody going into the season thought they traded away the pick for Caleb Williams. Like everybody thought the Cardinals are getting pick 1 and 2. Instead, it's the Bears getting pick 1 and 2.
1 and 4 right now, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I think D'Amico Ryans this wide receiver core, it's playing outstanding. Mm-hmm. The quarterback playing outstanding. The defense playing outstanding. Like it's just a well coached football team,
mm-hmm.
And they had to completely revamp the organization. They had nothing.
It helps when you have a guy like D'Amico, who is literally a Texans legend, and that team being so young and still able to buy in.
But their offensive MVP last year was benched.
I don't even know who it was.
The rookie last year.
Pierce,
yeah. He was benched. This team is a completely new team, and it was completely revamped.
Yeah, overnight, pretty much.
Yeah, I think the Texans I think they're phenomenally well coached. I think that's why Ryan's had so many job opportunities. So many people wanted him. He got to choose where he wanted to go. He wanted to go back home, and I'm still salty about it.
That's fair. Give me the Broncos. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
This is legitimately why you're beating me.
Joe. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now watch. This is going to be the game where the Broncos show you fire. They show you everything you want to see, and they lose.
Probably.
It's going to be like a 38-35, stellar game. Offense is going to have 600 yards. The defense is going to have great plays. It's just going to be a great game.
See, I would prefer a 13-10 game.
Okay, fine.
I like defense.
You're gonna see a 16-13 final score, with was it Fairbairn kicking a game-winning field goal for the Texans as time expires.
Probably.
But the Broncos are still gonna have 400 yards of offense and only have 13 points.
Honestly, it'll probably be that Will Lutz misses a field goal that would tie it.
Okay, we'll go with that. 16-13 and Russ gets him in field goal range, and it's clank.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. So since the Cowboys are playing Thursday, we already picked the Cowboys. I know they're our other team that we pick. So we had to pick another game. And the most enticing game of the week is Eagles 49ers. Number 1 seed versus number 2 seed in the NFC right now at this moment in time.
So who you got?
It almost worked last week, Joe.
It almost worked.
It almost worked. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to wear my Eagles jersey. It's hanging up in my closet. You know, the one with the stripes, their alternative jersey, that one. I'm going to wear that, and I'm going to ride with the Eagles because it's hard to beat a team when you have the refs on your side. Yeah, they are good. They are a very good team. They're well coached. I like their players, hate their coach. Like, I think the Eagles can lose this game, but they've found a way to do it all year long, how to win it. My only concern with the Eagles is I don't know if they can continue this style of play where they're after every game we're figuring it out. We haven't played our best game. I don't know if that can carry all over into the playoffs. I don't, because it's different type of football. But give me the Eagles. Give me the Eagles as underdogs.
Yep. So you're going with the Eagles in order to reverse jinx them. I'm taking the Niners here. This goes back to the same thing I said on why I picked the Eagles to beat the Chiefs.
Hard to beat a good team.
Yes. I think the Eagles beat the Niners when they meet in the playoffs. So I think the Niners win the regular season. I don't know if Lane is playing or not, but I know Lane missed. And
I think he might. If he's not playing, it's going to be a rough day.
If he's not playing, those edges are gonna eat.
Right.
I think that might be why the Eagles are underdogs. We don't have confirmation one way or another yet.
Yeah.
On if Lane's going to play, that'd be my guess, anyways. Because
we're still deep on defensive line though too, and the 49ers offensive line can get got.
Yeah.
Other than Williams.
I just think that's why it's not a pick 'em, because I think otherwise it would be a pick 'em.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with the Niners here for that reason. Mainly is the offensive line I'm a little bit worried about, and also there are just so many weapons on that Niners team, and I still love Slay. I still think Slay's good. I don't think Bradbury's good anymore. I think he's washed.
Yeah.
I think he can be beat, and I think Slay shadowed last week. If Slay shadows again this week, expect a big week from Ayuk.
You heard it here first. Ayuk, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Dude, I think Bradbury's. I think he's washed. I think he's done.
Yeah, that's the thing about corners is like once you do lose it, you don't get it back.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will say. It's same thing with running backs. You might get a burst, but like Zeke's had some bursts this year, but it's not the same. Like Zeke had that one game with 95 yards, I think, against the Bills, a couple touchdowns.
It was like one big run.
Yeah, he had that one massive burst, and that's basically all he can do.
Yeah.
Which is why Dallas got rid of him or let him go.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So we're head to head in 2 games, so you can definitely get some ground. Or I can just extend the lead.
I mean, probably. Let's be honest. What's probably going to happen is Broncos win and Niners win. What's probably going to happen,
Yeah,
if our past weeks have told us anything, what's probably going to happen is the Broncos win because they haven't proven anything to me yet. They're going to continue not proving anything
I
to
just
me.
can't wait for Super Bowl Sunday, Broncos, Cowboys, and you're going to be like,
Are the Broncos playing a team? Like, dude, they have shown me nothing.
Honestly, that's what I'm rooting for now. I'm rooting for Broncos, Cowboys, or Broncos anybody, just so you can. Are the Broncos playing someone this Sunday? Joe, it's the Super Bowl. Give me the NFC.
Oh, dude.
If the Broncos make the playoffs and make a Super Bowl run, Sean Payton's going to get Coach of the Year.
If the Broncos make the playoffs, they're playing the Dolphins in the first round, and that is going to be hilarious.
Revenge game?
That is going to be either it is a a good game, whatever, or maybe the Dolphins have like a point differential of like 120 to like 30.
Oh. So potential revenge game, or just
or just more laughs for Joe.
Yeah, or just another thing. See, I told you. Could you imagine getting an "I told you so" moment on your own team?
But like, so my Broncos bod that I listen to, Todd Davis, he said, hot take for you, and it was right after the Dolphins blowout. Vance Joseph will be the Broncos defensive coordinator next year. And he said, and like now they're all like, dude, your hot take after that game might be right. And he goes, well, I got another one for you. Broncos wild card weekend beat the Dolphins. And I'm just like, Todd, don't do this to me, man. The Broncos can't like continue winning this way. And then they go and they win a wild card game. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe there is some sort of magic. And then they get blown out.
Oh, so is that why you refuse to, like,
maybe
no
there
matter
is some
what
sort
they
of magic.
do,
No.
you don't want to get your hopes up. So
the second I believe in the magic's gone.
Heartbroken.
Second I believe.
Oh, so you're putting up a wall to protect your heart.
Yes.
That's sweet.
I am 100%.
Yeah, I can't do that as a Cowboys fan because the Cowboys aren't bad enough for me to ever not think that they're going to do something. and this year especially feels different. So maybe this is a different year for both of us. Like that Broncos Cowboys Super Bowl would be electric. That I want to root for that. I want to root for that. Broncos beat the Dolphins on the way to the Super Bowl. They beat the Chiefs again.
Well, that's the thing. So, right, they would play probably Dolphins, Ravens, Chiefs.
If they're the seventh, they would probably be the 7th seed, right?
Yeah.
So they would. The
Like,
Chiefs are the number 1 seed right now. So they would play the. They would play the Chiefs.
No, they would put the Ravens are the 1 seed right now. Because the Ravens have a bye this week. They have one more win.
Oh. Oh, okay. Then yeah. Okay.
So the Ravens.
And then probably the Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't play the Chiefs the second round, you're going to probably see them in the divisional round.
Yeah. So it's just like there is a part of me that I'm like, I could see it. Like if we matched up against the Dolphins, I could see it. I could see it happening. I'm not saying it's likely. I could see it. If we matched up against the Ravens, I don't trust Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. I could see it. We matched up against the Chiefs again. I could see it. Could I see it? Yes.
You don't want to.
I don't want to until they show me something on offense. Show me that we can actually put up good amount of points. Not based off of turnovers, right? So here's the reason. Here's the reason I don't trust it. Turnovers mean nothing to me. It's luck. We've won solely based on turnovers. All of these games. We have more turnovers in these 6 games than over 50% of the league.
Huh.
We're averaging 3 turnovers a game.
Random statistic: the Cowboys since Dan Quinn have lead the league in turnovers.
It's just,
Joe, I just think I agree with you on the part that it does involve luck, but getting interceptions is not easy.
it's not easy, but it's not hard. It's luck. Can you catch the ball?
No, that's why they're put at corner. I got you there. That's literally why they said Trayvon Diggs was put at corner, because he couldn't play wide receiver. I'm rooting for you to get revenge on your girlfriend.
I'm not.
I am. For multiple reasons. It'd be funny for me, personally. And it would eliminate the 70-20 game.
No, it wouldn't. That's going to be talked about for like at least the next 7 years.
Yeah, no, but in terms of like the Broncos psyche, like if the Cowboys beat the Niners, that monkey's off their back. It's done. It's over with. Just like the Cowboys beat Tom Brady, that monkey's off their back. It's done. Like no, you can't say it anymore. Like sure, you can still throw in the it took this long, but like it's regular season game, playoff. Which one holds more? Playoff. If hypothetically Dallas, if Dallas goes into San Francisco in the playoffs and wins by 3. Which is more impressive, the 42-10 butt whooping in the regular season or the 3-point win in the playoffs in San Francisco?
Depends who's all healthy.
Everybody.
Was everybody healthy for the 42-10?
Well, we didn't have Diggs, and Van Der Esch went out.
42-10 is more impressive. You asked what's more impressive. When it happens, it's any given Sunday. It don't matter. What's more impressive is the amount, like the score differential. That's what's more impressive.
Yeah. Give me the playoff victory. I don't care about the blowout victories in the regular season. Like they're impressive, but if you have a chance to beat the team in the playoffs.
But you asked what was more impressive. That was literally your question.
Fair. You know what, Joe? I'm tired. I'm so tired. I was so busy. I uploaded the podcast from last week today.
Hell yeah.
I mean, this one, we'll have it up by Friday. Which, by the way, Friday is my anniversary.
Is it really?
Yeah, 2 years.
Happy anniversary, fucker.
That's a quarter.
Tell your wife, too.
Oh, I'm going to tell her that you said fucker.
Literally
and figuratively.
Okay. Asta.